Hi guys, it's Clip King returning for a really quick video. I just wanted to come back and show you something that I've changed on the John Lennon figure from Molecule8. I kindly got sent this figure by Molecule8. I reviewed it a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't watched the review, please go back and have a look at that. And also don't forget to check out a separate video that I did, just a public announcement from Molecule8 if you haven't already seen it. So I just want to show the figure and say I'm still loving it. I've been posing it on my desk because it's sort of similar to the white base, as I've said in the review, and it just does display quite nicely inside of my computer. I don't keep it in the cabinet, but I've put it back in here today just to show a little mod that I've done to it so you guys can see what you think. Right, firstly, I changed the hand. Now the hand is not perfect, but it's better than the hands that you got. So all I did with that was glue the tip of the thumb to one of the picks that's supplied and the end of the index finger to make it look like he's got a strumming hand, and then that is one of the piano hands which I position so it looks like he's playing the chords. So I do like that pose, I will say, but that's not what I've done today. In the review I mentioned some of the things that people have been saying about it, so the small head and the giraffe neck. Now I don't think the head is as small as a lot of people say, simply because I think it gives off an illusion that because the head is so bushy, particularly the hair, sorry, is so bushy, particularly at this size, it sort of slims the face right down and makes it look undersized. Now, when I compare it to a lot of other heads in the collection, apart from the Enterbay figures, it's not much different, and that would be in weight and sort of height and width. So I don't think the head is undersized, and if it is, it's not massively so. One of the problems I do think it had was the giraffe neck. Now it's got a really tall neck peg inside the, obviously it's the metal body, and a tall neck peg sticking out of that. Inside the head there's the sort of ball joint attachment, so when it sits on, like I said, particularly in the black t-shirt, it does make it look a little bit giraffe neck. Now I said one of the ways you can get away with that would be dipping the neck forward, but it don't work for every pose. Now I've had him in a seated position looking down at the guitar, and I've really liked that pose, but I've realised every time I put the head back up, it still does give off the effect of the giraffe neck. Now it's a really simple fix if you think about it. You just basically pull off the head and pull out the neck joint. So very much like I did on my DX12 Batman. Now if I show you this, sorry it's chewed up a bit, that is what's inside the head. So you've got about, well, the ball, top of the neck rests inside there, and then that pushes right up into the head. So obviously if you remove that, the ball will then push further up into the head, which would bring the head down about 3 millimeters. So as that's sat now, that is the neck fully upright. Now if I move back and look at the proportions, I don't think it looks like it's giraffe necked anymore. Trying to get a shot with a full body in. Let me know your thoughts, because if you still think it does, then you can say so. I'm not going to bite nobody's head off, but I personally don't. Now, because I've taken that out, it makes the head easier to swap on and off, as I'll show. So that is the length of the neck, and the head sort of used to pose about there. Now it will go further down to there. Obviously, looking inside the head, what you lose is something to grip the top of the neck post, which would keep the head really stiff. But wherever I put it, it holds in that position. Now, if you didn't like the fact that it feels loose on top of the neck, you can go back with a really thin piece of blue tack, put that on top of your neck peg, then put the head on, and that will hold in place. I've done that with other figures in the past, and I do like the look it's given and the functionality. Just to show the head. Obviously as well now, because the head sort of just slides on and off, I can swap the head really easily. So I'll go from the look that I had, just drop the neck on, the head onto the neck, and now I've gone to a more singing position. Obviously the head is really easy to move. Put it forward if I choose to. So it still moves around nicely, but it doesn't feel like it's gripped. But because it's in a position like that, lean it to one side, drop it to the other, looking down, looking back and up, like that. So I think that sorts the neck proportions out. Like I said, they're the both pieces that I took out. Basically just warmed them up a little bit just to loosen off any glue that would be holding them, and then just got a set of needle nose pliers and just started tugging. Eventually it came out. I haven't damaged the inside of the head, but I just thought I'd do it because it gives me, like I said, the 3mm probably. Now the neck, the head sits onto the head better and sort of makes him look. I like how I had it start with. So if I go back to somewhere there, oh, it's lovely that, isn't it? If I display him, I want him that way. Look at that, that's natural, it's moved on its own, real natural. Then just move it around, have a fiddle about it. Very nice. I like it like that. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely, that. Let me know your thoughts on the neck. Have I sort of alleviated the giraffe neck? Obviously, you could have drilled into them fittings, so lower it down by the measurement that you design. But I think it's a really easy fix. And it's made what I think is a really good figure, just a little bit better. So, that's it for another video. Catch you guys later.